We're not thinking deeper.
Well, if everybody has strength,
Do they?
well, most people have strength. And I'm usually the kind of person who also has strength. And I think I'm the kind of person with strength, and I think we seem like the kind of people who don't have strength.
You're so people talk, it's like, wow. I feel like I should be recording this.
Can you think?
What?
Chris, you think minutes?
No.
All right, everyone.
Give me a second, but I'm not taking.
Okay, can you do the time people, time person? Or no, the poll person, the poll. Okay. Who am I gonna? All right, everyone. Yeah. All right, everyone. Let's go ahead and get that down. Hey, could someone close the doors? Jack, can you close? Oh, thanks, Kevin. Perfect. All right, everyone. This meeting is now called to order. I'm trying to get everyone out of here as fast as possible tonight. I know school is just kind of getting, it's like the start of things, and so my goal here is to get you guys out. And if I can get the way I can get you guys out is if we go ahead and just run through these and be as timely as possible. I need a motion to approve the minutes. I see a motion from Noah. I see a second from Kevin. Any objections? All right. Cam, can you go ahead and send the minutes? Can you go ahead and send the attendance poll out?
Yeah.
Right here on the bottom. Perfect. And pull out a Word doc and just go take a copy of the agenda, pull out a Word doc, and then just take notes on everything.
Yeah. You approve the cycle 6.
Cameron's sending out a poll right now. I'm gonna go ahead and give 90 seconds on that poll.
Cycle 6 minutes, correct?
Cycle 7.
7?
Oh, 6, yeah.
Okay. I wanted to say that. Thank you.
All right. Poll is now out. 90 seconds to go ahead and vote.
Did you look into oh yeah.
$30 seconds, please. 30 seconds. The poll is now closed. With a vote split of 35 in the approved, 0 in the negative, and 1 abstention, minutes are approved. All right. The next item on the agenda are office reports. Mine is first. I'm going to give myself 30 seconds. I had something. I cannot remember what it was. But excited to see you guys all back. No speaker today because was having trouble trying to find a speaker, but get ready for next meetings. Cam is going to talk about fee and line and block, and Senna's just now starting to get fun. So bear with us. Chris is up next. Chris, how much time do you need?
Give me 8 minutes.
8 minutes for Chris.
Good evening, everyone. This will be my officer report in three parts. First of all, what I've been doing. DEI fund is going well. All of the bills that all of the funding requests that we approved last week have gone through our funding coordinator and should be paid out here shortly. I've been working with Chris Stillman, the public relations director, to remodel the Student Senate website to make sure that all of our information is up to date and easy to access. And I've also been working on a budget fulfillment guide to hopefully make the process of actually getting clubs money out a little bit less painful here moving forward. Second part, Turner, Danae, Kamal, and Brendan. Who's the fourth one? Who's the fifth one? Luke, right. Those five are currently in Washington, D.C. right now as part of Big 12 on the Hill. They've had a lot of meetings with legislators in the U.S. Congress to talk about issues that are facing college students right now, like mental health and affordability and things like that. So that's going well. They should all be back in town tomorrow. And this is our year to organize Big 12 on the Hill. So they've been working very hard to make sure that all the universities are coordinated and that they had lots of people to talk to up there. Third part, Simon DePauli, the Student Senate treasurer, resigned last Thursday, January 25th. Moving forward, Turner, the student body president, and I will be working to handle all of his responsibilities for all club funding and for some of the larger funding processes that we'll have coming up in February, like block and line item. We've received a number of distressed emails from clubs, specifically ones in the School of Engineering, who had been unable to receive a response from him for the past couple months. And we have been working with them as fast as possible to get their money out for events that they are hosting this semester. We're doing our best to keep things on track. We got pizza in tonight, which is great. And we're going to be doing our best, and we hope that you all can be patient with us as we try to get back on track for the rest of spring. Thank you. Any questions? All right, cool.
Chris, I have a quick question. When's the deadline
Deadline for what?
for line?
Oh, yes. Because of issues we had sending out outreach for line item funding, that's the one where you can reserve funding now for events that you're going to be hosting in 2024, 2025. We've extended the application deadline for line item funding from this Friday, February 2nd to next Friday, February 9th.
And how do I apply? How do I apply?
Oh, it's on Rock Chalk Central. If you pull up the big forms list on the left-hand side of the Rock Chalk Central homepage, you should pretty easily find the line item application. You'll need to submit some details about your club, what events you're going to be hosting that you want funding for, and why we should grant that funding. And then the actual process of allocating line item funding should be happening in mid-February with a committee of student senators and councilors.
Camden, 5 minutes, perfect.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to see everyone back in the new Alderson chambers for full Senate night. Quick update about what I've been doing. It's almost all fee. I'll be honest with you. It's nothing fun, sending hundreds of emails of the like. We are hosting fee review hearings next week, starting Monday, February 5th at 3:30 p.m. in the Centennial Room, which I believe is on the 6th floor of the Union. So this is kind of the big bang of what Senate does. As far as our institutional responsibilities do. $21 million is a lot of money, and the process of deciding how that money is spent is laborious, it is arduous, it is incredibly stressful, but I'm excited to get things finally rolling down that hill after months of struggling to get everything in order. Beyond fee, Chris also mentioned line and block, which are smaller subsets of the Student Senate activity fee. Those deliberations will be held the week after, in the week immediately after the week after of the fee review hearings. So next week, fee, week after that, line, following week is block. I will be chairing block, but I am going to appoint someone to chair line. If that is something you're interested in, please let me know. It is good experience. I'll be completely honest with you. It is kind of agonizing deciding how to distribute a limited set of funds to what feels like an unlimited set of applicants. But that notwithstanding, it is a fantastic opportunity that I would recommend you I would recommend you take advantage of. Finally, I have been asked to serve alongside Turner on the student fee task force, a group convened by the provost to analyze and restructure the way that student fees are assessed at the University of Campus. Long story short, we have roughly 3 different fee systems across all of our campuses: Lawrence campus, the Edwards campus, and the online campus used a little bit of leeway there. But point being, it's very complicated, and those in administration are seeking to remedy a system that has become, frankly, unworkable with the discrepancies across the multiple arenas. Turner and I have been made to feel very valuable in this process, I'll be honest. It has been extremely fun to work with administration as far as hammering out some sort of a workable proposal that does not negatively impact the influence of students on the allocation of the student fee. So to recap, student fee, that's huge. Those hearings start next week. They're open to the public. Thank you so much for Chris, who has posted the schedule on the Student Senate website. Oh, I forgot something germane to fee. The fee survey went live last Tuesday. This is huge. This was a campus-wide email. It's the 3rd year that we've been able to send this. Every year I get someone in the free response forum. A lot of them are hilarious, by the way. You'll see those later. Who says, "Wow, I was in Senate like 6 years ago, and admin would have never let us do this." So it's really important you guys go and fill out the link to that survey. In fact, I will post it into the Teams chat. We are at close to 950 responses. We're still about 400 shy of where we were last year, but this is the best way we have to directly assess what it is that the student body values. And so I again urge each one of you to fill out that survey. Furthermore, if you were at the KU game last night, you saw that on the Allen Fieldhouse Jumbotron, a QR code that Turner and I made, which was a link to the Microsoft form, was posted. Yes, that's right. Athletics advertised our survey for us, which was really cool to hear words that Turner and I wrote and a graphic that he and I made, like on Allen Fieldhouse. That was sick. We're going to hope to do that again for the Saturday game against Houston, as well as some other outreach efforts, hopefully coordinating responses to the survey. I know I kind of went on there for a second. Are there any questions? Farzad. Yeah, if you're in any group chats, I know it's kind of cringy. You need to send the link and say, "Hey, can you fill out the survey for me?" Seriously, it is so important that we have campus-wide buy-in for the survey, which means that when I go in May and present to the Kansas Board of Regents, I can tell them, "Here's why I'm comfortable asking for this fee package, because 1,500 students told me this is what they want." That type of stuff matters, and it is the best way for this body to ensure, 1, that we feel good about ourselves and that we're representing the needs of the students, but 2, that those in state government and higher administration are confident in our ability to effectively channel the popular will into workable policy. That's very critical. I will send out a link to the survey, as well as the little graphic QR code thing for all of you. I would really appreciate it if you filled it out and yelled at your friends to do it too. Peer pressure is a powerful thing. Would recommend. Anything else?
Alrighty. Thank you, Camden. The next on our office report is Evan. Evan is not here. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly take over what Evan asked me to do. Evan asked you to acclimate some senators in the scenario that he wasn't here for his office report. I see he asked Kevin, who isn't here. Is there a Garrick Myrig here today from Architecture and Design? All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on acclimating those senators just yet. I know Kevin isn't here, and we'll just do the next cycle. If you're gonna be acclimated, please come to Senate. The next on our office report is Mahir. Mahir, how much time do you need? 2 minutes. Okay.
So recently, I think it was last week, I sent out an outreach email to about like 250 to 300 student organizations on campus. I sent it to their presidents, whoever we have on Rock Chalk Central. And I only have about 10 responses. So if you could please if you're in any groups, please ask your president to fill out that form just so we can better help understand what Senate can do for organizations. And the more information students have about Senate, the more meaningful your job is. So please. And if you're in any other organizations or anything that you think may not have gotten that email, please let me know and I can get it sent over to them. Any questions? Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Lastly is Austin. Austin, how much time do you need?
Give me 3 minutes.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. My name is Austin Stifler. I'm a student senator here, as well as a student transportation coordinator. Zachariah graciously asked me to kind of provide you guys an update on transportation and kind of what's going on. So I've got a lot of information. I'll try to keep it as quick as possible. First off would be Central Station. It's the new bus hub that opened at Bob Billings and Crestline. We've been in collaboration with the city along with KU on Wheels for several years now. The city started this project about 10 years ago, looking for sites, looking for where they want to build it, getting through those permit processes and selecting that site and finally constructing the building. So it's really exciting that that opened January 2nd of this year. And as well as the couple year process for route redesign that the city of Lawrence has undergone, that KU has implemented as well about a year and a half ago alongside that. So based on our calculations, about 13,000 students lived within a quarter mile of a bus stop prior to Central Station. Now we're up to about 15,000 students within a quarter mile of this bus stop. So I'm trying to provide more access to transportation to and from class and around town, as well as technology. Some of y'all might know and use the MyBus Lawrence app. So the software provider Double Map for that is sunsetting. So they're no longer supporting that software. So we're moving to a company that's rather plainly called Transit app. So we'd encourage y'all, if you use the bus service, to download that application. And it goes based off your location, so it'll find KU's campus and the Lawrence system and kind of port everybody over onto that, as well as on operations side of things. So there's been a lot more campus traffic, as you know, at the beginning of the semester. We're hoping that kind of subsides a little bit as it usually does, but that can cause some longer wait times for buses, cause fuller buses, things like that, as well as just kind of working on smoothing all that stuff out, as well as stadium construction. It's affecting routes 34 and 36, as some of y'all might know. So we're hoping to kind of help iron that out as well. The additional student fee money from fiscal year 24, which is last fee cycle, we've gotten back to about 7 to 9 minute on-campus circulator frequencies. Looking towards fee review, which is going to be coming up on February 7th for transportation, we are looking at about a 22% year-over-year increase, just based on insurance premiums and things like that to run the buses. So it makes things a little bit tough, but we'll work through it. As well as something that's kind of a public interest question. My boss, Margareta DeVries, who's the program coordinator, is working with JMC 309, which is a journalism class on data visualization. So we get hundreds of thousands, by some estimates, it might be over 1 million data points per day. So one of the interesting things about this journalism class is it seeks to kind of compile all that information, present it in a way for fee review or for students for transparency reasons, to really make sure we're using our money in the best way possible, and to just ensure that everybody kind of knows a little bit more about transit. And to give you an example of that, so we've adopted a finals week schedule where you run reduced frequency when there are only 4 times for those finals, which saves us tens of thousands of dollars a year, as well as a new fuel contract, which saves about $10,000 to $15,000 a year, which is only fractions of pennies per gallon for diesel and for fuel, but it really adds up and it's really important. So just wanted to let you all know what was going on. Appreciate it. If anybody has any questions. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. All right. So the next item on our agenda is the consent agenda. We have 2 bills in here, a bill to fund Phi Alpha Delta and a bill to fund Kansas Bowling Club, which was brought up in committee of the whole in social justice and in finance. I'm looking for a motion. Okay, I see a motion to vote.
Motion to approve the consent.
Motion to approve the consent agenda. I'm seeing a second from Fairness in the back. Any objections? Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and do a voice vote for this. All in favor, raise your hand. Approving the consent agenda. All against? Great. The consent agenda is now approved. Let's see. The next bill item on the bill is a bill to fund the Latin American Student Union. How many minutes do you need? 10 minutes? Awesome. And your presentation is with Chris? Great.
Mine's fine. Chris, I'll bring it up. We like you. Hey, Amber. I just turned it back on. Oh, okay. Where'd that beautiful map? Okay.
Okay,
Oh, no, don't.
let's go on the slide. So it doesn't mess up. Okay, okay. Good evening. My name is Analia Escalante, and I'm here on behalf of the Latin American Student Union here at KU.
And I'm Anaí Melendez. I'm the treasurer for LASU.
All right, so what is LASU, or the Latin American Student Union? Latin American Student Union is a safe place for Hispanics and Latinx on campus. We provide a safe space for many students to help them find community and remedy a lot of the homesickness that they might have here. And this is also a great opportunity for a lot of our other students to meet other people like them and also learn about other organizations. So our history, we have continuously strived to help unify all students. In the past years, we've had a few of these notable events. We've had a Dia de los Muertos event, a collaboration with the Asian American Student Union, the Black Student Union, and these are game nights. We've had a LASU carne asada, or a cookout. This had a very big turnout. And most recently, we had our Tour de Latino America, which was an event to have a lot of vendors around Lawrence and just give everybody a taste of a lot of countries in Latin America. As for the student life and testimonials, since we do provide this kind of tight-knit community around the campus, a lot of the students really enjoy that. We have a quote here from an incoming freshman this semester. She says, "I was nervous about finding people who could relate to me when I first started college, especially while moving away from my family and attending a predominantly white institution. LASU helped me form genuine connections and feel represented here at KU. It helped me adjust to the life here quickly." This kind of shows all of the events that help the students feel more comfortable around campus. We've had cookouts, we've had game nights, and this is just kind of the turnout that we've had throughout all these events. So we're here tonight to request funding. LASU is requesting $2,003.72 for our spring semester. A majority of our budget will be allocated towards our General Assembly meetings, which were some of the things that you guys seen before, such as the game nights or collaborations. The remainder of it will go towards things that we need for our general meetings that will be used through every meeting. This can be coolers, utility wagons, etc., things that we just know that we'll need and will be using in the future of our club. So here are some of our spring general assemblies that we have planned. The most the nearest one is our Latin movie night. We will be having a Dominican movie playing, as this is during the Dominican month. In March, we'll have a karaoke night with a lot of students just singing different songs, which you would think of as a typical karaoke night. March 20th, we will have a guest speaker. And April 3rd, we will have a field day collaboration. This will be just on the field, the KU soccer field. We'll have lots of outdoor games and especially soccer. April 17th will be our elections. And then March 1st, this is one of our biggest events, is our annual end of the semester cookout. And as for some more information about all of our General Assembly meetings, we always start with a short presentation about Latin American news, campus updates, and just local things such as scholarships or any other resources that might be useful to the students. We do have a few fundraisers coming up. We have the Valentine's Day fundraiser, which will be on the 14th of February. We'll be having roses sold with notes, ribbon, and chocolate. Students will be able to purchase these. And then we have a fundraiser in March that we are planning for. It is Latin American breads. They will have hot chocolate, Mexican hot chocolate, and aguas frescas. These are Latin American drinks that are typically fruit drinks that are very popular. And besides that, we will also be having upcoming collaboration events with Phi Iota Alpha and other multicultural organizations. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
Are there any questions? Just a clarification, the amount that you requested is, so you requested, the bill is $939, correct? Perfect. So this is a motion, this is a bill to allocate $939-ish to their event. There are no questions? All right. See you in the back from Olivia. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. So what happened was in finance, just some clarification for everyone, on finance, it was approved for 2,000, but
last semester we made a change in the Constitution that food can only take up $500 max of any event, and so we applied that for the first time this event, and so that's why we went down from 2,000 to around 939. Are there any questions? All right. I'm looking for a negative speech. I'm looking for a motion.
I'll motion to vote.
All right, I see a motion to vote from Kevin, as I see a second from Farzad. Are there any objections? Awesome. The poll is now out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, poll is now out. Please, 90 seconds. Again, 90 seconds, starting now. Sorry about that. I forgot to make a notice. I'm gonna go ahead and give 10 more seconds to go ahead and get your votes in. Please get your votes in. Close the poll in like 5 seconds. Here's the results. Yeah. All right, everyone. With a split of 28 in the 38 in the affirmative, 1 in the negative, and 0 abstention, this bill passes. All right. The next item on our agenda is BSU. How much time do you need?
Like
10? All right, yeah, that works.
Is this for you? Is this,
Oh, I don't know if that works.
what do we?
I think it mouse. Keyboard.
Oh, I see.
Okay, hello, my name is Mana Simmons. I'm the Black Student Union Senator.
Oh, wow. I showed you guys all the plans. Sorry. My name is Keisha Bruno. I am the Black Student Union Treasurer.
And we're presenting for general funding for our annual Big 12 Conference on Black Student Government at Iowa State University.
So what we're pretty much going to go over is tell you guys who we are, what we do, the goals of the conference at Iowa State, our experience and accomplishments through attending conference, our modes of financial assistance, our cost breakdown, and questions.
Okay, so who we are the biggest Black org on campus. The Black Student Union has served for many years, helping Black students on campus and any students on campus find a community where we can come together and talk about important topics, cultural heritage, and also just share experiences at these general meetings that we have every month. Basically, we talk about important topics that are relevant in the Black community and discuss how we feel about those. And then we also play a game as well. These are also some of the events that we've had outside of our general assemblies, like our painting in the park and then our barbecue.
So I want to touch up on a few more events that we did, just so you guys could get a little feel about, what we are. We had our annual homecoming pageant. We do a lot of volunteering, such as Habitat for Humanity, the big event. Last semester, we got to have Dr. Barbara Ballard come out to talk to us about voting rights, which is really important, especially for the Black community. So we were able to get a lot of our student body to register for voting. And then also something that we take pride in is the KU Blood Drives collaboration. We were able to get a lot of our Black students to also donate blood. Sickle cell is a big issue still amongst the Black community. So we really take pride in supporting that.
Okay, so what is the conference? The conference happens every year around February. We would go to one of the Big 12 schools in our Big 12 Council conference, and we would visit and have a weekend where we learn from keynote speakers. We get to talk with important people in our community. We get to network. We'll bring our resumes and network with other businesses to try and find internships or jobs after college. And also we just get to talk with other Black scholars and learn from them and grow for them, just to learn how to be leaders in a space that there's not a lot of us in it. And yeah, basically our goal is to come back as leaders and come back and reiterate what we learned from the conference back in our communities and back here at KU.
So I want to touch up on some accomplishments that we were able to showcase. Not only do our members get a lot of experience from going to this conference, but also we're proud to say that we were able to take 40 BSU members last year to K-State, which is approximately a third of our student body. So we're hoping that we could probably bring a little bit more in this year. We also received the Most Improved Big 12 Council of the Year last year. And then they do give out a lot of scholarships to Black students who attend conference. And one of our recipients last year was Javen Betts, our former president. And then we try to maintain close connections with the people that we meet there, not only on LinkedIn, but, just talking to them regularly, catching up. And we were able to bring one of our keynote speakers from conference to BSU, to KU to discuss important matters in the Black community. So that was pretty good.
And then these are some of the testimonials from some students who attended conference last year. So I'm going to read Javen Betts. He said, "The Big 12 Conference on Black Student Government was nothing short of amazing. The atmosphere is electrifying in a way that cultivated and empowered my sense of self and Black excellence. The experience enhanced my leadership abilities, political power, and awareness. The opportunity to fellowship and learn from accomplished Black professionals in a variety of fields is something every Black collegiate student should have the opportunity or ability to experience. Investing in Jayhawks of color attending this conference is a return of investment for the KU campus as they return to campus with innovative energy to continue being change agents."
I think it's important to touch up our modes of financial assistance. It was recommended that we do seek other options as well. So we really try to reach out to everywhere we could to get funding for this conference. On average, this conference does cost $15,000 to $20,000 every year. Even with just a little bit amount of members, it's really expensive. So the Black Student Union was allocated $3,400 this year. So we're trying to dedicate 80% of our line fund towards conference costs. And then BSU needed $7,005, and we were able to receive $4,450 from DEIB. And then BSU needed $4,930, and we were able to receive the full amount, which will be dedicated fully towards our shuttle and travel costs. And we requested all of our student body to reach out to their departments in school to cover registration. And we had some success with some of our students. And then we were able to raise approximately $700 from fundraising, including our Launch KU, which Mana was able to prepare for us. So for our cost breakdown, this is our registration cost. It's separated between delegates and BSU members. So pretty much it's a discount of $10 between delegates and BSU members. We're really aiming to get early registration, but in total, we have 22 members that would need funding. And so as you guys can see in the early registration, our delegates will be about 1,800. Our BSU members would be about 4,000. And then if regular registration occurs, it'd be 1,960. And then for BSU members, it would be 4,350. So in total, we would need approximately, well, exactly $5,870 to $6,310. So, and we are requesting today $6,500.
And also to add, the members that we plan on paying for is our executive board members who help, create the events that we have on campus, as well as our delegates who also planned conference and travel to plan conference together with other delegates from other universities, as well as the freshman action team exec board. Our freshman action team is basically our mini BSU, and we're hoping to send those freshman action team exec members to go to conference so they can see kind of how important it is to keep BSU running, and so they can come back and implement those ideas, as most of us on the exec board currently are planning on graduating.
Thank you.
All right.
Any
Just-
questions?
Sorry, just for clarification, so we amended this bill down to 5,800 in StudX. It was amended down to 4,000 in finance and 5,800 in social justice.
Yeah.
And it was reconciled as 5,800 in StudX. So the bill that stands is for $5,800. Are there any questions? Camden.
So you've already received $8,000 from Student Senate, correct?
Yes.
And you need 6,000 more.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And I would like to clarify that $8,000 is going to our hotel and travel fees, which we've gotten from DEI and DIB. However, the 6,000 or the 5,800 that we're asking for is going for our registration fees. And this is the only amount that we've asked for all semester. We haven't gone to Student Senate as a whole for anything outside of our events. We've usually funded it ourselves. We've only gone to DEI for 1,500, but outside of that, we've done all of our events by ourselves.
Where did the 1,500 come from?
It came from DEI, but we've also had many other events that we've done by ourselves. This is the first time we're coming to General Senate to ask for money.
So I thought the DEI allocation was 4,500.
Separate event for the 1,500.
Got it. So the actual numbers, they've received almost $10,000 from Senate already. Correct? So in actuality, they've received almost $10,000 from Senate when you include all the events?
Including DEI and this?
Yes. Be 9,500.
If this is approved. If
No, prior to this being approved.
They have 45
So
or 8,000.
BSU had, you kind of do just point information.
Yeah, go ahead.
$3,400 through DEI line item funding. That was out of our account. Then $1,500 for a separate conference. And that was last semester. And then out of the DEI fund, we gave them 5,000 more. So out of DEI, it was about $9,000. And I think this is the first request they've had for full Senate.
Alright.
So separate funding accounts.
All right, if I'm gonna take more questions, I need a motion to extend time. All right, 5 minutes, and second by Farzad. Any objections? Awesome. Are there any questions? Farzad?
So you guys raised about 700 from launch and last week.
It's 285 from Launch KU.
So what was the 700?
So we had our own independent fundraisers. So we went to Chipotle, Canes, and then we had some fundraisers on Westco.
Shouldn't that be able to cover about three admission tickets into your guys' events? As far as I remember calculating, it's about $234 per admission.
Correction is 270. Our fundraisers are mainly for our BSU operations. We try to, not only do we have our GAs, but also we have social events that we like to fund for. We have collaboration events. So that does require some financial contribution from our own account. And we try to save that fundraising towards those events throughout the semester.
And then were you guys what we consider negotiating out, and finance council voted without saying half freshmen go. Did you guys talk with those other 4 people on your board to see if they would, sit this conference out since they've been already?
Well, those 4 people are actually required to go to conference. Yes.
So they're part of that.
Yes.
And so can you take me through the numbers again? On your exec team, on your delegates and your freshmen? As far as I remember, I thought it was 27.
We have 22 in total. We have 7 FAT, 7 delegates, which part of them are from our exec board. And then we have 15. Our 15 members are including BSU exec and FAT.
So
First, I'm gonna have to hold into that cross.
while we're talking about the finances, can you just go back to the slide in your presentation that we're using the stuff listed?
Are there any other questions from anyone? All right,
Can you go back to the fundraising tab?
is there any question, Chris?
No, I just wanted to see it.
Perfect. Prasad,
Okay, so it should be about 5940, then even with the 270 numbers, for total registration, right? Not 65, but even if we say it's 270, which last time we talked, when I read it.
There's an adjustment because our delegates do get $10 off. So that's why we got that 58 because our delegates is 260 and then the BSU members is 270.
And also, I believe it's 6,300 in total for all of the 22 to send the 22 members in total to go to conference. So that's why we asked for 6,500.
About 63, and that is based off of deadlines. So if we do not meet early registration, then that price increases by $300 almost. Early registration is due February 2nd.
So, I just did the numbers, it should be closer to 5,200, for including those delegates and such, about 5,190, or 6,190. And then, have you considered having your finance people as well, or sorry, your freshman board tabbed out in terms of the number of people that are going to the conference?
We have considered it, and we also considered not including our freshmen at all and just funding our exec board and our delegates. But again, we really thought it was important for our freshman team to all go. The one that owns on the exec board, simply just the exec board to go. And that's why we did include them, and we want them all to experience it.
So if we were to do cost rearrangement where only half of the exec board go, half of the freshmen.
up.
The 5,800 was for half of the freshman. It was for all delegates, all exec, and half the freshmen. At least that's what we thought it was.
That was exact, because I was. So
All right, so here's up. Time is now out. We're kind of crunching. Well, we're crunching numbers before doing the motion. We're crunching numbers right now. I'm gonna propose is, how about we go into a little recess where we kind of figure out these numbers, and if there's an amendment that you want to go ahead and pursue, we can go ahead and pursue that amendment. go ahead and talk to them. I just don't think it's kind of worth all of our time kind of sitting here and just like, I'm kind of getting lost in numbers. And so if we get like so
3 minutes.
yeah, let's go ahead. Motion for 3-minute recess. I see a second for Kunal. Any objections? Awesome.
Kasia. Kasia.
Mana. Mana.
Gotta bring over the trustee. I wanna help you guys out. It's just like taking out order of our budget that's left over semester, right? And then we have a bunch of these engineering clubs that are gonna come way through the semester. They come every year.
But don't the engineering club also ask for a lot of money?
Yeah.
So why are
In a deficit. So if we get 25%, we won't have enough. Most of them. We want to give you guys money, right? 6,500 is gonna take. So let's like try and work on something.
isn't it debating for 5,800?
Yeah.
Because that's what they.
Now, because I wasn't in.
We're asking for 6,500, but student X said that we're requesting 5,800. That's what our total is.
So can I get the numbers? Like, it's not something you guys like. But I think that's something that the majority. Well, just tell me what the number. Because when I was doing calculations, I used a different. 2160 per half. So, and then those 4 people on the regular executive are also delegates. Okay, so they're not getting accounted.
This is, the delegates has a separate cost, so.
Are the delegates all students, by the way?
Delegates, yeah.
I mean, we really want to push that, we're going to, I mean, yes, exactly, as students are on either, myself, I do, and then we have graduating seniors, those with this COVID times, I mean, we don't be there, so, I mean, we really want to try to minimize, but if possible.
I want to help you minimize that, so that's what I'm trying to get an idea of where we can have, a bit of arbitrage here with people bring the deficit down, but also get you guys off again. What if, and the delegates are required to go, how many people are not delegates? Let's say it's 2. If you guys had to like come to the place where you have to get rid of like 2 or 3 people from the freshman and executive, do you guys think as a like self figure that out? We're trying to figure out like what come here.
I need to extend it because I'm almost out.
It's almost out. Yeah, go ahead and extend it.
How much?
How much time until you get there?
I want to, 5 minutes?
5 minutes. You got, okay, 3. Just wait.
All right.
3? Yeah. 3.
All right,
Everyone, time is up, but Farzad is making a motion for another 3-minute recess just so they can get they're almost done. I see a second from Kunal. Any objections? Awesome. Continue on.
You know, you would, I mean.
We're trying to figure out like how many people we can cut, manageable, and that you can still be able to like figure out who's. You haven't been. My thing is, if there are people that have been, not delegates, which means they don't have to go to this conference, then like let the freshmen have their experience. Let the other people, because we had the same thing for the pharmaceutical fraternity, and none of those people. If any of them had been, we wouldn't have allowed them to go to the conference again because it's like double dip. So your guys' pitch is that hey, this is developing you for like Black excellence and such. If those people have already had that opportunity and you can get rid of them, I say get rid of them, and then bring in the new people instead. So that way, this is like self-control. So what's that number? Because we've got 2 minutes left. And you just run the calculation for me. I'll propose it.
But he, like you said, they did reduce it down to the 500. So we think
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I don't know if that's gonna pass. I personally would not. It would still be accounting for around a 40 pension. And then, yeah, there are like a bunch of other.
do you guys want to see what or?
We were supposed, so me, you wanna know my opinion, last year I was for trying to give this money out as many close, that way we could have more this semester. So we ended up giving more than yours. Now it's less than-
So we would have about.
Maybe, yeah.
You guys aren't done yet? You guys aren't done yet? I'm gonna be guys in the
No, we'll be done, she's just calculating.
Number?
Yeah, as soon as I get the number. How many people is that bringing from freshmen? 11? So 18 people would supposed to be 22. Those 4 people you're picking out. Are already been.
Because, I mean, the people that are already been.
How much more can you bring?
It's
It's in 2 days.
Yeah, I mean,
I think this is good. Deja, and sorry, I'm terrible.
Nana.
Nana,
Yeah.
Zod, and I talked in the library once.
No.
Evan,
All right, everyone.
48.
We are now out of time. So let's go ahead and return to debate on this bill. First off, I need a motion to extend time to talk about this bill. I need a motion from Chris. How much? 2 minutes. 2 minutes from Chris. I see a second.
5, let's go with.
Nope. He had okay. Chris has a motion. Okay, fine. 5. And is it seconded? Seconded by Farzad. Any objections? Awesome. 5 minutes to go ahead and talk. Yeah. Are there any questions left on this? Okay, I'm looking for either a negative speech. I'm looking for a motion to.
I'm gonna motion to amend this bill down to 4,780.
Okay. Do I see a second from anyone? This is.
So I talked to Kaja and Matt.
Get up. You can get up.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Do I need like a catch bot?
I don't think I brought one out today. I'm sorry about that.
All right,
Small-
so I talked to Mana and KJ over here, and their minimum amount of people that can, have to go to this event that haven't been before is about 18. And that brings the multiplier down to 4790. So those 4 other people that they're not sending over the conference, they've already been in past years. And the entire proposal that they've given to us is that this is to develop you as a leader, it's a new experience. So these people have already had the experience, to let the new people have it. And that brings down the bill to 4790. That's our minimum amount. I think we should take them at that and then move forward.
Okay, is there a second? So he's made a motion to vote. He's making a motion to amend it to 4790. I need a second from Kevin. Are there any objections to amending it down to 4790? I see an objection from Mahir.
Why are we removing the 4 people that's in question?
Yep, listen, yeah, Mahir, that's an objection. So I'm going to have to go and put a vote. There was a motion that was seconded, that was objected. Let's go ahead and get a poll out.
Should we have discussion first before we vote? I can rescind my motion if you guys want to discuss.
Well, the way it works is that we have positive and negative speeches on the motion itself.
All right, we can have go ahead, Mahir, if you want to go and give a negative speech,
Question.
go ahead.
Why are the 4 people that aren't going, aren't they required to go? Isn't that what you guys said earlier?
This is from the BSU member section. Our delegates are required to go.
So just a clarification, they're cutting out 4 spots from the BSU spots, not the delegate spots. Okay,
It's from our BSU exec FAT section. So the one that you see times 15, that's the section we are cutting from. Our delegates, again, are required to go.
Mahir, do you still have an objection or? All right,
Can we vote?
yeah, let's go ahead and vote on the.
Yeah.
I don't.
Here, Namish, is this speech?
What?
Is this speech? Alright, get up. Yeah, you can get up and talk. There's just, I mean, there was a motion that was seconded. There's an objection to it. He gave a speech. I think that was a speech. It's for the amendment. You can go ahead and give a speech of negation. You do whatever you want.
I know you said that again. No, it's okay. I don't really think it's fair that these poor people don't get filled because they're a part of exec and like they contribute so much time to exec and VSU and like events throughout the year. How is it fair that like such a large majority of the executives they don't? And also with like Black History Month approaching and stuff like that, we talk about equity and like what Senate can do to help our Black KU and like our community. And then when they come to us for help and like ask for action to back up our words, or like not allowing to go to conference that we know is like so important to them. Like they throw events that are like very frugal and stuff like that, but in the end, like it's still not enough. So then people.
Are there any questions for Manisha? Okay, are there any questions for Manisha? All right, yeah, Farzad, you can just stand up or talk loud from where you're at.
I would say that, like, based on this, you guys, I think that what we've done is equitable decision, where based on their presentation, they're saying this is the development opportunity, right? Getting people exposed to new ideas, new people that are in positions of power, but lead the next generation. These other people have already had that opportunity. We're trying to give more people opportunities. That's what we're here as the Senate to do. When people come to us, they're asking to develop themselves scholastically as human beings at this university. And if we want to keep equity in mind, we have to think of all the other groups for the rest of the semester that also have, ideas and plans for the rest of their lives that depend on events like this. So if that means that we give as many people that haven't had the chance before, that chance to develop themselves further and take these opportunities, then we should give them that. And I think that's what we do when we amend it down to roughly like 4,800. We're still giving people fresh opportunities, and we're still leaving other room for the rest of the semester. So keep in mind, we haven't even finished the first month of this semester. We've got another 4 months to go. All those other groups are going to start pouring in, and we're not going to have enough money.
All right, so we are out of time. I've got 5 minutes that we go ahead and
I have a motion to vote on the amendment.
second from Farzad. Any objections? Awesome. So there's gonna be a poll going out to vote on whether or not to approve the amendment.
On 6.5, correct?
Yes. The bill, the vote is now sent. Please go and get your votes in. I'm gonna go make it tight. Let's do 60 seconds. I'll send a warning out at 30. Just a typo, it's 066, not 065. That's on my bad.
The 2/3 for voting if you're. Is discussion over? Yeah, this is just the actual amendment to the bill. If it's a motion to vote, that's 2/3. If it's a motion to vote, this is a motion to amend the bill. Motion to amend the bill, okay, then yeah, have. I thought we were moving the vote.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone 20 seconds left to go ahead and get their votes in. 20 seconds.
I think rather than us speak. How about
Wait, Farzad, it only needs a simple majority.
something majority?
Yeah. 20 seconds, please. Actually, 10 seconds. Please get those votes in. Right, the poll is now closed with a vote of 22 in the affirmative, 15 in the negative, and 1 abstention. It's 2/3. No. Yeah.
Clears, we're good.
Yeah, sorry, 22 in the affirmative, 15 in the negative, and 1 abstention. This motion passes. I'm not gonna clap on that. We have to still, I'm looking for either. No, it's just because that wasn't the bill that passed. I'm looking, so there's no more time left on this. We can go ahead and add time, make a motion to go ahead and extend debate on the bill with the amendment included. we can look and have a negative speech, have a positive speech. I'm looking for a negative speech in this situation. I see a hand from Chris,
Just a quick reminder, what amount are we on right now? 4,000 some,
4,790.
$4,790 is what we're voting.
Yeah, well, that's what we have in the, yeah, that's the bill as is right now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for either a motion to extend time and have continued debate on this as an amendment with the amendment included. I'm looking for a motion to go ahead and vote. I'm looking for, since debate's grounded. Rizal, what's up?
All right, let's extend time to discuss it for about 5.
Can we do,
Do you guys want to discuss it or?
Yeah.
All right, let's vote. Motion to vote.
Okay, I see a motion from Rizal. I see a second from Chris. Any objections? 6-6. All right, there's gonna be a poll sent out. I'm gonna go ahead and put 90 seconds on the clock to go to vote once the poll is sent.
6-6.
6-6, yeah.
So.
This is awesome. Austin's so good at this.
Yeah.
Just tell me I suck. All right.
Best you can.
All right, the poll is now out. Let's go ahead and give 90 seconds to please go vote. I'm gonna go ahead and give a reminder at 30 seconds.
Well, this is the actual organization that like is sponsors all the businesses.
What? You didn't send me an excuse.
That sponsors like.
It's what that Iowa organization. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Once you get the W-9 and the list of attendees, I think that should be all we need to send the registration payment over. Usually that takes a little bit to go through shared services, but I'll try and get them to rush it as much as I'm able. Ultimately without the rest of the week, so no worries if you can't like get the W-9 until Monday. That's the earliest we'll be able to work on it. Sorry. And sorry you went down to 4,000.
Yeah.
You want me to reach out to you too? Just you or?
I'll just.
All right, everyone, 30 more seconds, please. Please get your votes in. Are there any votes outstanding at all? Has anyone not voted yet? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and, I mean, there's 10 seconds left. We can go ahead and close the poll then. With a vote of 30 in the affirmative, 4 in the negative, and 1 abstention, this bill passes. The last item on our regular agenda is a bill to fund Kansas esports. Hassan is here. Hassan, how much time do you need?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, sounds great.
Exactly. Very good.
Let's go ahead and put in a short speaker whenever you need to start.
Okay. Okay. My name's Hassan. I'm here to talk about Sweet Spot 8. I'll try and make it as quick as I can. So what is it? KU Smash is a club on campus. It's an esports organization which hosts tournaments for KU students and other competitive players across the Greater Lawrence and KC area. We play every Smash game, which is to say Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Melee, Brawl, and Smash 64. Sweet Spot is the annual big tournament that we hold, and it's the biggest tournament series in Kansas. Last year, it got 350 plus entrants and over 100,000 unique views across streaming channels. I've included the event link here because it has all of the information, but it's hosted on a site called StartGG, which is typical for fighting game tournaments, which has all the details for all of the games that we hold. This is the first year that Kansas Esports is getting involved with Sweet Spot. Their room is right there. It's the room right next to ours, and they are in charge of basically esports coordination for the entire university. We're asking them to assist in production and day of running of the event, and their help in running out notable streaming channels and advertisement on campus and to contribute equipment. And one of the big focuses is increasing awareness for the esports program. Recently, they've put a lot of emphasis on recruitment, and they want to try and get prospective players out to KU for a variety of games, including Smash Bros. And various other games. This could be a pretty big opportunity because Smash Bros. Is a fairly popular casual game, and Sweet Spot is a really well-known tournament in the Midwest. So there could be potential for recruitment for Kansas Esports in that area. Kansas Esports is a program under the Memorial Union and Student Program Department. Here is the budget essentially that was amended after last week's financial presentation. And basically, we're requesting $1,450 from the Senate, down from $1,750 last week. This includes rental monitors, which are a necessity for the playing of the game, streaming, a PC rental in order to effectively stream across multiple blocks, Switch and GameCube controllers to play the game, and then VG Bootcamp 123 Twitch blocks. These are basically streaming channels that are well known in the esports community and could potentially get lots of viewers. And that's basically all I've got for my presentation.
Are there any questions? All right, I see a motion. Is that a hand up or a question?
I'd like to shout out our preseason number 1 ranked Rocket League Kansas Sport J.
That's right.
That's great. All right. I see you, Hassan. I see you.
Number one.
They beat the pants off Mizzou.
All right. Are there any questions? I see a motion to vote. Is there a second? Second from Jaden. Any directions? Awesome. Let's go ahead and we're gonna have a poll out. Let's do 60 seconds this time. Let's see if we can get you guys out of here.
What's the number?
6-7. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do 45. I think everyone's on the computer and everyone's antsy. Speed round.
The pressure is too much.
And I do have a quick announcement to make. I forgot to make during my officer report. It's gonna be like 5 seconds. All right, polls out. 45 seconds. We'll give him no at 15 seconds.
Got you.
Yes.
All right, everyone. 15 seconds. Oh, the poll. No,
What?
the poll.
I got it.
Okay. All right, the poll. 15 seconds. Please get your votes in. Poll closed in 10 seconds. All right, the poll, close it, cut it. The poll is now closed. You can't close it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right, this bill overwhelmingly passes. 32 in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, and 1 abstention. This bill passes. One announcement, quick thing. So it's that time of the year again. Elections are happening soon. So elections will run between the April 1st and April 4th. Campaigning can happen at February 18th to April 4th. And forms open for elections at February 18th. Just want to give a heads up since we're starting to figure this out.
I deleted the message.
So I'm not looking for a motion to adjourn. Ethan, second from my boy Luke. Any objections? Go home.